My child is neurodivergent and receives occupational therapy, speech, and play therapy, and those clinics depend on Medicaid to keep their staff employed. I live in Western NC, and last week I had a face to face visit with my representative, Chuck Edwards. And during our meeting, I brought up the healthcare cuts and asked him to reconsider the budget bill. He didn't believe me. He thought I was lying, even though the day prior to our meeting, Medicaid cuts went into effect all over North Carolina. He should know that, right? I then explained how the cuts would directly affect my family. Any further cuts would force them to stop accepting Medicaid clients and could jeopardize them staying open altogether. Last week, they received notice of a 3% cut to provider payments. The whole experience of meeting with him was pretty disappointing. I requested this appointment back in February, and it was scheduled in April, and I only got 15 minutes to talk to him. So I was hoping he would just listen to me, but he kept interjecting. And at one point, I had to make it clear that I wasn't trying to debate him and that my intention was for him to consider my situation and how his decisions would affect my kid and other kids in the community's ability to continue receiving care. We left the conversation as he was going to investigate what was going on. I do really hope he knows that it is okay to change your position on something when presented with new information. So I really hope he can be brave and stand up for his constituents in the way they need him to. At the end, my friend who came with me made a really good point. She said, "I just don't understand. Why would you choose to save your constituents after a flood only to turn around and drown them in other ways?" On October 9th, Chuck Edwards will hold a virtual town hall at 7 p.m. Here are the details. If you're seeing this after the 9th, please consider calling his office to provide your input. You can also schedule your own chat with Chuck by visiting his website, clicking the Chat with Chuck tab, and filling out the form provided. And make sure you're following Cardinal and Pine to join my series, Neurodiversity in Nature.